Hello, this is George Beyrouthi from FS Securities, a stockbroking firm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. On Monday mornings, I will show you what is hot and what is not, and where most likely you could make money trading or investing. First of all, let me give you some global data. The risk reversal, tolerance is back, saw Wall Street surge in trading there on Friday after a monster US jobs report and dovish comments from Federal Reserve Powell. Friday's rally in New York saw the US equities spike more than 3%, and that was held by the S&P 500, having the second rise in 2 weeks. In Europe, most markets were higher, as you can see here, and on commodities, gold continues to be higher, even though it went down by 0.6% on Friday, but still that's nearly 50 US dollars rise in the last 5 weeks when we started to recommend trading in gold. Iron ore price, important for BHP, Rio and Fortescue, was up 0.7% to $73.10. And the Australian dollar started to recover after falling below 70 US last week for a short period of time and recovered to 71.13. What you see here is the volume, and over the last 2 weeks, because of the festivities, Christmas fair holidays, the volume was very, very low. All the big players were actually on holidays. I expect that this week will be back to normal. Now, what we have here is that at FS Securities we have, over the last 10 years, designed a mechanical system based on technical analysis that includes 8 technical indicators. Through them, we're able to create a strategy for the investor as well as for the traders. Here we see that over the last 5 weeks, the US market has gone from very bearish, as you can see here with a lot of red colored cells, to neutral. However, over the long term, that's for the investor, we're still bearish, and we expect 2019, even though it's going to be volatile, we expect the market to go further lower. Gold has been very positive, as you can see here. We started to recommend trading in gold 5 weeks ago, and we were right. And maybe it's time now you can take some profit out of gold. Or if you're trading Newcrest mines or other gold stocks, maybe it's time to take some profit. And the Australian dollar, as you can see, we also recommended that we are bearish on the Australian dollar, and we continue to remain bearish. We expect that the Australian dollar versus the US to trade between 70 and 72 US over the next few weeks. Here we see the Dow. We won't be surprised to see the Dow perhaps getting up to a level about 24,000. It's at the moment it's trading 23,400. We might see it jump up to 24,000. However, what's important in this chart, we have here the 50-day moving average having crossed over the 100-day moving average, and it's a very bearish sign. And we also see the 50-day moving average falling below the 100-day moving average. This is a long-term bearish market, guys. So be aware that 2019 we're likely to continue to see the bearish market. On our local market, gold sector has been the most positive sector, as you can see here, going back 5 weeks. These are a daily chart, but for the last several weeks we've actually been telling gold continues to be bullish. And if you look at the last 3 days during the low volume, there were a lot more red cells in those days, and we're starting to go into a neutral territory, and we might see even some of those sectors moving into bullish areas. However, we see industrial being very bearish, gold very bullish, and consumer discretionary, which includes like the Harvey Norman type sectors. And telecommunication has been bearish. However, we've seen a little bit of revival in the telecom sector. We will not be surprised to see the ASX 200 this week to climb to 5,750. So we're seeing on Monday the market is likely to go up by 50 points, maybe 5,700, and beyond today we might see the market getting up to 5,750. Now when it comes to what we are likely to trade, now we see here that the banks having gone from bearish to bullish. CBA is a good trade for today as well. Newcrest Mines, I suggested that if you have already gone into the market 4 or 5 weeks ago when we did give you the recommendation to take some profit out of the market. Woolworths is starting to go bullish, so we recommend maybe you want to put some money today on Woolworths. Suncorp, if you've gone bearish 5 weeks ago, maybe it's time to take some money out of your bearish short position. Now I'd like to actually tell you that we have a disclaimer because I don't know your financial circumstances. All our recommendations here are based on general advice only and not for personal advice. So before you do any particular transactions, any trade, we suggest you talk to us or you talk to your professional advisor. If you have any questions, what I'm suggesting, you actually can talk to us directly. You can write to me, George at fssecurities.com.au, or you can visit our website, or you can call me on my mobile or on the 1300 line. So all I have to say now is trade well, be wise, and be knowledgeable, and have a good day.